One of the benefits I like about using a card is you get 3% cash back. Like I said, I used that today to get these right here. If you know, you know. I ain't even gotta say too much, bro. 3% cash back on the, on some headphones. I know y'all see that shit. $5.50 on some headphones, 3% cash back. But with Apple, with your Apple card, you spend money like that with Apple, you get 3% cash back, and not only that, but you get a time period to pay the headphones off. Like, if I don't got the old $5.50, I can pay that shit off in increments. Pay that shit off probably like $20, $30, $50 every month, depending on the plan that I set up for. You get 2% cash back on like Ubers and shit, and 1% cash back on everything else. So yeah, this is a decent card if you really use Apple products. You feel me? That's the most benefit you're gonna get from the Apple card, is if you buy Apple products and shit. But there's other cards out there that got 3% cash back. You feel me? There's other cards, there's better cards out there. But what I like about the card, this shit come metal. It's a metal card, premium card. Motherfuckers can't take a picture of the back of your card because there's no numbers on the back of the card. You feel me? You get like 2% cash back when you, or is it 3? I think it is 3% cash back. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna tell y'all somewhere in the subtitles if it's 3% cash back or 2% cash back. But you get 3% cash back at Apple. You can also finance Apple products, which is expensive. I know, like, shit. I got so much Apple shit, bro. I feel like they ass owe me, bro. No hidden fees. You get 3% cash back from Uber Eats, Apple, T-Mobile, other shit like that. 2% cash back if you use your Apple card with Apple Pay on your phone. Like, for instance, you go on a gas station, they got a scanner. You tap your phone, use the Touch ID, you scan that shit. You get 2% cash back. And you get 1% cash back if they don't have Apple Pay, and you just swipe your card. So basically 2% cash back on everything when they got Apple Pay. And you get 3% cash back on their partners, including Apple. Another benefit from Apple is they show you the interest. Apple show you the interest that you're gonna owe if you finance some shit. So for instance, say you go buy a MacBook Pro, iPad Mini, an Apple Pencil, some AirPods, you feel me? Or like I did today, some AirPods Maxes. You feel me? Yeah, if you know, you know. I ain't even gotta say too much. If you know, you know. I ain't even gonna speak too much on that shit. Yeah, some AirPods Max. If you finance some shit with Apple, for instance, like this shit costs how much? This shit $549 plus tax plus Apple cut, so some shit like $600. For if you finance some shit with Apple, they gonna show you an estimate of how much money you owe over time. Another thing, the card come premium, you feel me? It's a metal card. Motherfuckers can't take a picture of the back of your card, steal information, use your card without your permission, none of that shit. It's tied to the phone, feel me? If you need your Apple card, ID or anything like that, you go on the phone app, it's a real secure card. Like I said, you get 3% cash back when you shop at Apple, Uber Eats, get Ubers, T-Mobile. I think Nike, like if you go on the website, you can probably see all the partnerships they got for the Apple card. Yeah, 3% cash back. I will say you can do that shit on other cards though. Like it's not, that 3% cash back shit is not exclusive to Apple cards. Like I got a card that allows you to get 3% cash back on any purchase. So I could go to the Apple store, buy the same shit and get the same amount of cash back without the Apple card. What I will say is that Apple lets you finance shit. If you good at like managing money and you good at financing shit, you probably already got a car. You probably finance your phone, all type of shit. You feel me? You in good standing with the financing shit. You can finance all this shit that you need for. You know, Apple shit high as hell. You might not have 3,000, 2,000, 500, 600, 250, 2,000, 800, 100, even $100 just laying around, and you got your credit built up. You feel me? You got you in good standing. You got an iPhone. Go apply for the Apple card. They let you finance. They tell you how much interest, if any interest, if you do get interest on shit that you finance, they tell you how much interest it is. So it's no surprises. It's no hidden fees. they actually help you pay shit off earlier. Like in the app, it shows you the schedule of payments, how long it's gonna take. You can speed up the process if you pay this, how much interest will be taken off. It helps motherfuckers pay shit off quicker and get into understanding of what they paying for and how much money they spend. Another benefit I like about the Apple Card, like I said, it's a pretty solid card, titanium, one of the heaviest cards I got, a metal card. People can't take a picture of the back of your card. 2% cash back on everything. So you go on the G station, you buy gas, you do any 2% back cash back. They give you 2% cash back as long as they accept Apple Pay. As long as they accept Apple Pay, you get 2% cash back. So any place you can use your phone to pay for shit, you get 2% cash back. If they don't have, Apple Pay read or anything like that, for you get 1% cash back when you use your card, your physical card, to swipe it or, put the chip in or whatever the case is, you get 1% cash back. 3% cash back on all purchases with Apple, 3% cash back, Uber Eats, all type of shit. It's a pretty solid card. It's really not that deep. It's not really too deep or not too major. Like a lot of people I know get Apple cards. What I will say is, since Apple products are kind of high, like for instance MacBook 2000, iPad Mini, I think it was 600, but with the case and the pencil, I think all that shit added up to like 8 something. AirPods Pros, that shit like 250. What I will say is that one thing I like about the Apple Card though, all Apple products, like Apple products in general. One thing I like about the Apple Card, Apple products in general, expensive as hell, high as hell. Apple gives you a real high limit. Like this was one of my first, when I first got this card, this was my highest limit credit card. They gave me 7,000, cause Apple products 2,800 shit. Price I just left out the Apple store. They had shit enough 5,000 plus, like a monitor, like this shit behind me, for with some shit like damn near 5,000 a monitor, bro. 5,000 on bro, and that one including the computer. They had a whole Mac, a big ass Mac the size of these boxes, and the speakers stacked up together. That shit was like another 5,000. So they got shit enough for 10 bands. You feel me? They headphones, this shit $550 plus tax plus Apple Cash shit. This shit like $660 something on headphones, bro. So yeah, they give you a high credit limit because they want you to spend money with them. They want you to spend. That's one thing I'll say about Apple cards though. You get a high limit. Like if you got a Discover card already, like I said in previous videos, you got your Discover card, you got your Capital One card. You've been doing good on the credit side, your credit a decent number. You go get an Apple card. Your Apple card limit is gonna probably be the highest limit cards you get around that time period, especially if you got like a $1,000 Discover card, or a $2,000 credit line limit. You might get an Apple card. They might give you 4, 5, 6 bands on one card. So this was my highest limit card at one point in time. But yeah, it's decent for like if you shop at Apple all the time, you get that 3% cash back, and you spending a lot of money on Apple products. So that 3% cash back shit add up quick as hell. So yeah, you get 3% cash back, like I said. And not just on Apple products, that shit, T-Mobile, Nike, Uber Eats, all that shit, all they partners. You can go on their website, check out what partners they got and shit. But you getting that 3% cash back, then you getting 2% cash back on everything where Apple Pay is accepted. So like I said, you go on the G station, you Face ID, Touch ID, put your card on the reader. That's 2% cash back on everything. They don't accept the Apple Pay shit. You pull your card out, you swipe your card, that's 1% cash back. The process of getting the Apple card, quite simple. You can go on the website. The way I got it, I was buying some shit, and they was like, finance with Apple card. See if you pre-approved. I don't even think it was a pre-approval, though. I think you just had to apply at the time I got my shit. But I put my information in, got the credit card. I was buying the iPad Mini. Yeah, I was buying the iPad Mini, Apple Pencil, and everything like that. And I'm not gonna lie, they let me finance the shit. So I paid over time. Like this was brand new. The iPad Mini had just came out. I paid over time with that shit. And I know a lot of y'all lads be buying phones when they first come out, iPhone 14s, all type of shit. Buying phone shit when they first come out. and finance that shit from T-Mobile or whoever y'all financing that shit from, it'll be cheaper with the Apple Card to just pay the phone off, buy the phone, get that 3% cash back from buying the phone, because you're getting paid for buying the phone anyway. You get that 3% cash back from buying the phone. The phone is paid off, but you paying it. You paying the bill on it anyway with the card in increments. You get what I'm saying? You paying the bill like the same way you paying with T-Mobile, and just go to T-Mobile and get like the prepaid service. Get a $50 plan. Bro, you can go to T-Mobile, get a $50 plan, and that's gonna be probably on the phone $49, $50 a month plus the $50. That's $100 a month. Instead of going to T-Mobile, you paying $200 a month for the phone, and then I don't even know. It's a lot of shit that go on with that shit. But yeah, it'll be cheaper to just have an Apple Card, buy the shit on the Apple Card, finance the phone with an Apple Card, and go get a prepaid plan with T-Mobile, $50 a month. It'll be cheaper to do that than to just finance the phone from T-Mobile, AT&T, or whoever you buy the phone from. So yeah, Apple Card, this shit decent. If you like me, you get a lot of Apple shit, you buy a lot of Apple products, you spend a lot of money on Apple shit, I suggest you get one of these cards, bro, because I really feel like they owe a nigga, bro. Fuck on. Like and subscribe, though, bro. Like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Fuck on.